Choosing a new camera bag can be hard because honestly, who wants to spend several $100s on a bag you might use a few times, realize doesn't work for you, and then you can't return? So today I'm giving you guys a look into all the bags that I have loved and currently love to carry my photography gear. This is Bite-Sized Business, where we're helping entrepreneurs become the heroes of their own creative small business. I'm your host, Abby Grace. I'm an international wedding photographer who also loves educating for other creative entrepreneurs. So here on Bite-Sized Business, we do a lot of strategy for creative small business owners, as well as tips and tricks for growing photographers. So if that sounds like your brand of strawberry jam, make sure you guys hit subscribe. For today, we're going to be talking about bags that I specifically use to carry gear. When I say gear, I mean like lenses, cameras, flashes, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to break that down into two categories. We've got to from bags that I use to carry my gear to and from my house to like a wedding or an engagement session. And then we've got the bags that I carry on me, which we'll call lens changer bags. So we'll go to from bags first and then lens changer bags after. All right, so first up is my ThinkTank International version 2.0. I carried this bag for 5 to 6 years, I think, before I finally upgraded to something a little bit bigger. And this bag did me really, really well. The thing I love about the ThinkTank bags is that they're totally reconfigurable on the inside. I think that's pretty common with most camera bags, but this made it super easy for me. So this is the inside of the ThinkTank. This is specifically configured to hold, these days it holds my lighting gear. My mono light that we sometimes take with us to portrait sessions. For wedding days, when I used to carry, this was my sole camera bag, my sole to from bag, for wedding days. I had this configured to carry 2 full frame camera bodies, 6 lenses, and if you guys want to know which 6 digital lenses that I was carrying, you guys can check back to my What's in My Bag episode that we did a couple weeks ago. I'll go ahead and link that in the show notes. So 2 full frame camera bodies, 6 lenses, and 3 flashes. Those all fit inside here. And then right up here, you guys can see that it's also got a bunch of zippered sections. So you can also put in things like filters, batteries, extra cards. We kept, I think, like shot wipes and stuff in there as well. So this one was really good for what I needed it for. And it wasn't until I started implementing film into my wedding days that I decided I needed to upgrade. So that brings us to my next camera bag, which is the Logistics Manager. And we're going to give you guys a look inside that. So like I said, this is the ThinkTank Logistics Manager 30. This is the bag that I upgraded to once we began implementing film into my wedding days. My International Airport 2.0 that I just showed you guys was packed to the gills with all of my digital gear, and we just didn't have enough room to put in my film gear. And I definitely didn't want to take 2 separate bags, because the more separate bags we take, the higher the likelihood that something's going to get left at home. And I'm speaking from experience on that one. So we upgraded to the Logistics Manager because it holds all of my cameras, all of my lenses, all of my speed lights, and I never have to worry about remembering a separate bag for anything. So we'll start from the outside and then we'll go ahead and take a look on the inside. Out here we've got one big Velcro pocket that I use we just constantly keep a bridle hanger in here in case we need one. I keep reflectors in here. We've got a larger reflector that I'll sometimes take with me. This is basically like easy access stuff that I need. And so up here, I typically put my second shooter's check in here, and then just a couple more doodads like lens cloths and stuff like that. Once you open the bag up, this is where all the good stuff happens. So one thing you'll notice about this, anytime you look into my gear bag, is that everything is always placed in the same spot every time. So I know at a glance if something's missing. I've got my 2 film cameras right here. We've got my contacts and my Pentax. We've got my HoldFast MoneyMaker strap that I talked to you guys about a couple weeks ago. We'll link to that one in the show notes below. And then we've got all 6 of my lenses here. We keep the lenses in the same place every time, again, just for quick reference. And like I also mentioned in my What's in My Bag post a couple weeks ago, we always put the corresponding number of the focal length on the back cap, just to make it super easy for someone who's looking down in the bag. I've got my speed lights over here. Here I carry some AA batteries. We keep those in a pouch like this. And then I've got my 2 digital bodies and then my 35mm film body. Up here you guys can see we've got more memory cards. I've got batteries up here, film batteries, digital batteries, batteries for my light meter. We've got a tripod thingamajigger up here, the tripod thing that you screw into the bottom of your camera. I speak English, I promise. And then we've got a screwdriver down here because you never know when you might need one of these on a wedding day. So I think that covers it. Moving on to lens changer bags. So I'm going to start with a bag that I used to use, and it's called the ShootSac. This one is from 2011. I think they've updated the model since then. But what this is a neoprene bag that's got 3 big pockets in the front and then 3 big pockets in the back. I used this for probably a year and a half before deciding that it wasn't really meeting my needs. I didn't like that my chunky Canon lenses got a little bit stuck in there as I was trying to pull them out. I think the newer models of the ShootSac have wider pockets. So if this seems like it might be a good fit for you, definitely see if you have a friend with like a more recent version. This works for if you're not carrying lenses, like maybe if you're second shooting for someone, especially if the person you're second shooting for is a film photographer. This is a really great bag to use to switch film in and out. But as far as it goes with lenses, not my favorite. So we made the choice to replace my ShootSac with a Kelly Moore bag. This is my 3rd one, which is safe to say I really love the Kelly Moore bag line. This is the 2 Sue's bag. I got this one probably 4 years ago. It still looks really great. The corners are starting to wear just a little bit, but other than that, it's held up really well. And the thing that I love about the Kelly Moore bags is that they look like regular purses. They also come with a shorter strap if you wanted to carry it as a shoulder bag. I personally carry mine with a long shoulder strap so that it goes crossbody, but these are really great for when you're traveling. It doesn't look like, hi, please mug me, because it says like Canon or Nikon on it. It just looks like a regular bag. And one of the things I also really love about the Kelly Moore bags is that they have removable inserts. And so this is how much I can approximately store in my Kelly Moore bag. This goes right in here, and the fact that it comes out makes it really easy for travel. And so in my Kelly Moore bag, normally I carry probably 2 extra lenses on me. So I've got one lens on my digital body and then 2 extra digital lenses in here for whatever given portion of a wedding day. And then I also love that this has a bunch of pockets and zippered sections that you guys can store extra doodads. I, for the sake of organization, always keep the same things in the same pockets. So in this pocket, always got my ThinkTank Pixel Pocket Rocket, which holds all my memory cards. And that goes right in here. It's also tethered to my bag to make sure there's no possible way that that can come undone. In this zippered section right here, I keep batteries. In this zippered section, I keep my contacts batteries. And then back here is where I keep my timeline and my extra information sheet on wedding days that gives me like family formals, order, and everything like that. So I always keep the same thing in the same pockets every time so I don't have to frantically search through them when I'm in a pinch and I need something really quickly. That's all I've got for you guys today. If this was helpful for you, make sure you guys give it a like and a subscribe. Also, if you haven't already downloaded our essential gear guide for new-ish wedding photographers, you can go ahead and grab that down in the show notes below. That's going to have my complete collection of must-have gear for digital wedding photographers, and we would love for you to have it. We'll catch you guys next time on Bite Size Business.